I just want to let everyone know I recorded this video in the middle of the night last night before I realized that 242,000 cases of macaroni and cheese equals 6.5 million boxes of macaroni and cheese. So I don't know if you guys still eat this stuff. I have not eaten it in probably over a decade. Kraft has recalled 242,000 cases of their macaroni and cheese over metal risk, because apparently some boxes may contain small metal pieces, which I'm sure when you eat probably rip holes in your insides, in like one of those horrible HBO specials where they show how the prisoners in prison grind up glass and put it in the food to get back at somebody. That's what this is like, except the situation is worse because we all get our food basically from prisons, and people just don't seem to realize it. They look at the outside of the box, they look at the colorful packaging that we all recognize since we were little and whatever, and they don't look past the packaging. In fact, most people don't even flip the box over to see what's in the ingredients. This is only 48 cents.
That would be a great value.
And I get 172 ingredients.
Thank you, ConAgra. So you're dipping ham into bacon, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Although we live in America, so we're lied to about what's in the ingredients of our food. Consumers in the UK, when they go into grocery stores and they buy imported boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese, that there's a label on the back of these boxes that says that the product may contain genetically modified wheat. And we don't have that here because we don't have labeling laws in America, but do you know if the product contains genetically modified wheat?
I can definitely go ahead and look that up. Do you mind if I place you on a brief hold while I research that for you?
No problem.
Thank you.
She's going to look that up in their GMO database?
Thank you for holding. I apologize about the delay. As far as if Kraft uses any kind of genetically engineered ingredients, some crops grown in the U.S., such as corn or soy, have been enhanced using biotechnology. So some of our products do contain biotech ingredients from these crops. Kraft products are in full compliance with all relevant regulations.
For the few products that we license outside of the U.S. and Canada, decisions on whether or not to use biotech ingredients would be made on a market-by-market basis.
The thing is that here in the United States, we do not have the exact information if the wheat is genetically modified in the macaroni and cheese.
But beyond that, to where the food actually came from. Was it ever a plant or a living thing? I don't even know anymore. Most of the food that's on the shelves, probably all the stuff in the middle of your grocery store pretty much, is made up largely of chemicals. Mostly petrochemicals. Not really food. So it's fake food to begin with anyway. But beyond that, it comes from giant industrial factories. Okay? How else do you have this situation? How else do you have a situation where 242,000 cases of macaroni and cheese just, oops, I don't know, might have metal pieces in it? Because your food comes from a giant factory. It's industrial. It's an industrial product. This is a cheese factory. You know, when you go to your average grocery store and you pick up a package of cheese, and they show that farm on the package, they show that little barn on the front. This is that little barn. This, America, is where your food is actually being made. Giant industrial factories like this. It's not like some grandma sat over there with tender, loving care and caressed the macaroni noodles before making a bowl for you. This comes from a freaking factory. They got barbed wire on this thing like the cheese is trying to escape. You think FEMA camps are scary? I think we need to start talking about where our food is coming from, because unless you're buying it from a responsible store or a co-op or something, the food is not coming from that little picturesque barn on the front of the packaging. I wonder how clean that is. Obviously not very when small metal pieces end up in your food. This is how pathetic the state of food is today in our country. What are we eating? Because you can only call some of it food, and then after that, they get to the point. You know how long it probably took for them to figure this out? Who knows how many kids all across the country have been eating small metal pieces in their macaroni now for probably months. Who knows? Okay? The fact that they finally had to pull this and admit it means it probably got out of hand. Because usually this kind of stuff goes under the radar. They don't even tell you. But it is a sad and pathetic state of affairs when we live in a situation where we're not allowed to know what we're eating, and then every once in a while they just casually let all of us know that, oh, by the way, we may have been eating metal shavings. This isn't normal, people. It's not normal.